Hi Ruronis, this is your pal, Ruroni K95 here. So today, I decided to do a brand new manga update you guys. Because I had to wear my Metallica shirt, because I haven't worn this shirt in a while, for every video that I haven't done in quite a while. Well, today's manga update, which we already took a look back on my previous manga updates where I showed you the new ones. If you haven't seen it, I'll probably put the link in the description if you want to check out my previous manga update video, if you want to check this video out at your leisure at some point, as well as, which we'll get to more about later. So anyways, enough of that. Today's manga update, we're going to be doing a brand new manga video. For today's manga update is the Japanese translated manga books. That's right. Manga books from Japan. Let me show you what I have here. I've only picked about 8 of these mangas that are translated in Japanese, because I own about 8 of these manga books for today's manga update. Mangas that are translated in Japanese and all. When I mean the manga books that are translated in Japanese, they all come in a booklet slipcover thing on these manga books. Okay, for today's manga update, the first one I'm going to show you is the first volume. The only manga that I have is Attack on Titan Junior High Volume 1 manga. This is the first volume I ever got. That's pretty much my first time I get to own manga. If you haven't known this comes in a slipcover and it's printed like this and all. But particularly, it's serialized in Shonen Magazine Comics because this is the only manga translated in Japanese. Because I own about 8 of these mangas that are printed in Japanese. This is the one I have. Oh yeah, and this is the only manga that is only. You're gonna have to read Japanese if you want to read Attack on Titan Junior High School Manga Volume 1, because this is the only, because I have 1 volume of the manga. There is also there's other volumes of Attack on Titan Junior High School Manga volumes out there, which I'll probably get them at your leisure at some point. This is my first time I get to own a manga that is printed in Japanese. When I first read it in Japanese, and I felt like I've got the feeling that I'm gonna get mangas that are printed in Japanese. That's why, because it has a little. This is printed in Japan. That's why. And the next manga I have is Saint Young Men Volume 1. This is probably my first Saint Young Men manga. There's only like 117 pages on the manga. If you want to read it, I don't know if there's. I couldn't find. I was originally going to find this that is printed in English, but, well, why not? I just got this in Japanese because this is because Saint Young Men mangas, I have about 5 of these because this are printed in. I guess you have to call. There's only 8 chapters on Volume 1 of Saint Young Men. This is printed in Japanese. That's why. Because that's why I'm starting to own mangas that are printed in Japanese. That's why. And the next one I have is Saint Young Men Volume 5. This is probably the second manga book I have. I mean, if you read it on there. Oh. There's in full color on the first 3. And this leads you to the rest all black and white on the manga. Yep. Again, this is the manga that is translated in Japanese. That's why. It has a Tanbuki insert things where you see like these on the manga, especially these on it. If I can read if you want to read Japanese to read this. When I first got the Saint Young Men manga, I thought it was going to be printed from other countries like Hong Kong or China or Singapore, where they have those different translated manga books of the original Japanese manga. But it's printed in Japan, because this one came out in 2010, I guess. Because I love getting these mangas that are printed in Japan. And the next I have is Saint Youngman Volume 9. This is the only volume that I have that come with a little advert for the Saint Youngman DVD Blu-ray advert in Japanese. This is probably... They come with an insert for the anime, you know? Because this is probably what you can find in Japan. Well, why not? Because I had to get this little advert thing. That's why. Because Saint Youngman Volume 9 did came with an advert, a little paper advert for the anime on DVD and Blu-ray. Or whatever you want. BD/DVD on there. That Blu-ray disc and the DVD in here. Which this came out, it's supposed to come out in October 23rd, I guess. Oh yeah, it has a little advert for One Piece Film Z on the advert and all, and it has all these adverts that are all in printed, translated in Japanese. That's why. I might as well... I own this, because I own those adverts that are in Japanese, which has about anything... adverts, whether it's anime DVDs or as well as that are translated in Japanese, as well as manga, probably some manga also translated in Japanese also. Oh, and also in there, on the Saint Youngman manga, there's a little colorful page on there, and on the other side. But the rest's probably in, like, fully done on the manga. Yeah, this manga was printed in 2013. As you can see, this is the 9th volume of Saint Youngman, and the next volume I got is Saint Youngman Volume 10. Oh, the interesting thing, if it's in Japanese in the title like this and has the little star on it, this is kind of the logo with the star on it. Kind of reminded me of the Urusei Yatsura logo, because the star on the middle when it's printed in Japanese. That's why. But this is Saint Youngman Volume 10. This another manga printed in Japanese. Oh, and there's the little colorful pages on there. But the rest is all black and white in the manga. That's how it is. Well, why not? If you want to check this out, that's fine. And it has its Japanese sleeve thing on those covers. This is my 3rd volume of Saint Youngman I got. These were like $1 a piece at a library book sale nook area. That's why. Oh, and the next one I have is Saint Youngman Volume 14. Another volume I got. Oh, and the star right there has the colorful images on there. On this first page, and there's the 2nd and 3rd page on there, and down to the last one. And the rest is all original black and white manga format. But the languages on the speech bubbles on these, they're basically translated in Japanese. That's why. Because I own mangas that are printed in Japanese language, translated ones. I have a good chunk of English translated mangas, but I do have 8 of these Japanese translated mangas. Because that's how I buy them, just for the novelty of it. That's the reason I had to get those. If you want to read mangas digital available, you can read them like digitally on your phone or your tablet, or part of the physical. But I prefer to own a copy of a manga, because because it's part of the physical media. That's why, and that's all. Oh, and also about Saint Young Men, I own about I own volume 1, but I don't have volume 2 and 3 and 4, but I do have volume 5, and I do not have volume 6, 7 and 8. Still need to get them. And I do have volume 9, and I have volume 10. I still need to get volume 11, 12 and 13, but I do have volume 14 of this. Oh yeah. I own like probably 5 volumes of the Saint Young Men manga, because you know what it is, because it's probably printed in its original Japanese. That's why. The next one I have is, what's the name of this manga series? Oh, Takumi Kun series volume 2 one, I guess. I think so. I already talked about this before, but you know what it is. Some weird yaoi manga. But it's printed in Japanese, though. The last manga I have for today's manga update, Yasha, Volume 5. This is serialized by Flower Comics. This is Volume 13, or 5, yeah, I'm not sure. But it's printed in pink like this. But it did come with a sleeve on the manga. Oh, and also, yeah, this is the only manga volume I have. I need to get the rest of them at one point, like one way or the other. That's why. But yeah, this is the only copy I ever got. This manga was printed in Japan, and it's published by the manga artist Akimi Yoshida, which is the manga series Yasha. I'll probably look it up about this manga at your leisure at some point. But this is the only one I got. So this covers up all 8 of the. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This covers all 8 Japanese printed translated mangas for today's manga update. So that's going to be it for my manga update on Japanese printed original Japanese language translated manga books you got for today's manga update, you guys. Thanks for watching, but before we go, here's my quick thoughts about it. I have owned about 8 of these mangas that are translated in its original Japanese, because I had to find those at every book sale at different libraries, just for the novelty of buying mangas that are printed in Japanese translated. And also, if you haven't seen my previous anime and manga haul videos, one I did in July, one I did in September, I'll probably put those 2 links in the description down below if you want to check those 2 videos of my anime manga haul videos at your leisure at some point. Hope to subscribe for content. My anime plan link in the description down below. Share this video on your Twitter and Facebook if you have Twitter and Facebook account. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking the like button on this video. Be sure to leave it in the comments about any manga should I review in the future. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RuRoniK95. Feel free to join my channel. Click on my notifications bell button. Check out my other previous videos that I uploaded as well, because I decided to do today's manga update video. Like, subscribe, favorite, comment, share in your social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, etc. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking the like button on this video. Please subscribe to my channel, RuRoniK95. Feel free to join my channel. Please leave it in the comments about want me to do a discussion video about digital manga and physical media manga for future discussion videos in the comments section below. Click on my notifications bell button by checking all my previous videos that I upload as well. And that's all I have to say for today's manga update. So keep it otaku for this manga update video, you guys, because I have owned about Japanese language translated mangas that are printed in Japan that I own in my manga collection. That's why. And I know today's Friday. This is RuRoniK95 saying thank you for watching my manga update. I'm glad you liked it. I hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next manga update video pretty soon. And have a great day, because it's almost the weekend. This is RuRoniK95 signing off, and thank you for watching my manga update video for today's manga update.